us with your presence this evening. We are so blessed to have you here. We welcome all the newly upgraded queens that have just joined the movement of the queens who are moving as lioness together to say, we are not going to sit and cry. Yes, things are shaking around us. There is crisis, but we are coming together to build with the founder, the pioneer who has founded this train that all of us, we are jumping in and moving with this moving train. We are on week 9, the 9th masterclass. You know, I was just on a reflecting lane and realizing that as we present the opportunity to other queens that I knew, it is easy for us to move too fast, too soon, and not really have empathy to share this opportunity with them in such a way that it can be clearly understood to them. And we are happy that slowly they are getting the opportunity and understanding everything that we have learned from day one, because some of us, we came here seeing masterclass and thinking we are just here to learn because we want to learn daily. So thank you so much to all the queen leaders that have teams. They are busy with upgrades. Queen Bongs, Queen Zonge. There are so many queens that I cannot even finish mentioning their names, but we are grateful and thankful with your hard work, your accountability, responsibility that you have showed. We are indeed multiplying what our masterclass leader conductor has given us in all those masterclasses, that we are not here to play, but to build the economy. Now, I want to welcome our masterclass conductor, our pioneer, beloved Queen Tamima. Say, you know, yesterday I read a quote that she has shared in the group, which says, nothing can stop you if you put all your mind to it. All it takes, it is to rightly position your mindset to achieve it. And as I'm listening to the lyrics of the song that she was playing in the background, it says, I'm gonna rise up. Power is within to see the sunshine. I will conquer. I am breaking free. Time, it's my healer. I will stand again. I am not gonna give up. And that is who she is. She has demonstrated that strength to all of us. We all come from different walks of life, pain, but it has stretched us, giving us resilience. So thank you so much, beloved Queen Tamimase, for being such a pioneer of really showing all of us as queens that where we are, it is not who we are. But as we stretch, change our mindset, and really believing that we will achieve this breakthrough that is being given, this opportunity, whatever that is put in front of us, we will achieve it. We are so grateful with all the masterclasses that you have taken us. We are really passionate with the energy economy, building the economy. There is nothing that we want to do in these days, but only to see that the economy of this nation and the continent of Africa will be built, and will be built by queens who are saying we are unstoppable. The power is within us. And yes, time is our healer. Thank you so much for demonstrating that which you are teaching. You are not just teaching it, but you are practicing it daily. Thank you so much. As we welcome you on the stage this evening, we say we are behind you. We are supporting you. You have made all of us to really rise up from the ashes, and we are now about to shine. Looking forward to the 31st of August. Over to you, beloved Queen Mase.
Wow, thank you so much. I can't believe it's another Wednesday and we have gathered here today again. It's always a pleasure being here, and I'm always looking forward to be here around this table with the queens. You know, there is nothing better these days than just sitting around the table with the queens and discussing about how we are going to build this economy. You know, when we started, if you are new today, you are welcome. This is what happens every Wednesday. We gather around the table. So I want to personally say to you, welcome to the Queen's house, and sit right there around the table, and we are going to talk about how to build and rise our continent. I'm very excited, especially this month. You know, this is a month that is dedicated to the Queens. And this is our first week of the month. One of our queens right here, Queen Monks, said yesterday that this is one and only day. It will never come again. So today will never come again. Yes, we will have another 2nd of August in 2024, but it will never be the same as this one. What is important about today? What is important about our Wednesdays? What's important is that we are gathering here around the table and talking about how we do what we are supposed to be doing best. We are builders, and this is the time for us to start building. But now we are living in a different era altogether. We are living in an era of forced change. You know, when change comes, it's not easy to adopt or to adapt to it. There are so many things that are coming in the way of, you know, of getting, you know, better things. I normally say that change is painful. You bleed when you change. But after the bleeding, the crying, the tears, comes joy, comes beautiful flowers, just like a butterfly. We are butterflies. We have been talking lately about investing in the opportunities that are brought on this table of the queens. And the company that we are investing in is called Women in Power, WEEP Invest. And if you have seen the logo of WEEP Invest, it's a butterfly. And the color of that butterfly is purple. In case you maybe didn't give it, you know, much of an attention, why are we having a butterfly as a logo? We women are like butterflies. We are delicate, yet strong. Well, when I think of the word strong, I think of one of the queens. We were talking about that word. It says, no, we must stop using that word. We are not strong. We break, you know, every now and then. Yes, I agree. We are broken, but we can take pressure, right? But now we don't have to take pressure alone. We take pressure as a collective. That's why we're here. We are here to take each other's load and run with the work that needs to be done. We are living in what we call a 5th industrial revolution. And now building at such a time is a challenge. We are building at such a time and we have such a crisis, the energy crisis. What a time to start rising our continent. Yo, but I know that together as a unity, we are going to conquer. You know, there's so much that we have covered in the past 8 sessions. I can't believe we are on the 9th one now. We have learned about so many things. Well, for me, I've learned a lot from you, from each one of you. the way you have dedicated yourselves into driving this with me, the way you have dedicated yourselves into jumping in and said, we are here, we want to build, let's build together. This time has never happened before in our lives, where queens are so willingly giving of themselves for something like this. And, you know, it's just a different kind of vibe. You know, I don't know if you feel the same vibe. It's a kind of vibe that comes with a sigh of relief that at last we are here. You know, there's something that has been trending in our groups this week. We have a new slogan right now called "We Have Landed." Sirendire. Well, let me just take you back before I can move forward. Why are we saying Sirendire or we have landed? I have a friend of mine who is coming from up north. And I think it's because of his background. There are letters of the alphabets that he cannot pronounce, you know, as we pronounce it. So when he pronounces R, he says L. When he pronounces L, he says R. So now he called me the other day. We were supposed to have a meeting. And then he's trying to speak closer. And he said to me, Ndirendire. And I was thinking, what is Ndirendire? Ndirendire. And I said, okay, now what do you mean? What do you want to say? And he says, no, Ndirendire, I have landed. I'm here now in Johannesburg Airport. So yes, now we have that trending now in the groups. I saw in some of the groups, they were also saying the same thing. So yes, Queens, Sirendire, we have landed. Now, if you want another landing, there is no other runway but this one. This is the runway that will take us to where we need to go. We are building in a time of change. And in our past masterclasses, we touched on revolution, the revolutionary change. Well, the revolutionary change is a kind of change that you can't stop. It does not ask your permission. It does not ask my permission. It comes. It's either we take it or we fall on the side. So right now we are building at that time where we are faced with a forced change, or we are faced with a revolution. There are so many things that are converging, you know, into this revolution. One of them is the energy crisis. And the other one is called digital transformation. We touched on digital transformation in our previous masterclasses, but digital transformation is expected to grow, you know, businesses to a 1.3 trillion US dollars in this digital industry. We are right deep in the digital industry right now. So we are living in those times where change has now become a survival issue. And if any business wants to keep afloat or stay alive, they better adopt to this digital transformation agenda. So if your business cannot match the pace of change, it will be swept by the wave of transformation, and it will certainly be left behind. So we really don't want to be left behind. We want to go with the change, because there is no better option right now but to understand what kind of change do we have to go through for us to start building. So we can't just build. We need to understand the times that we are in. Well, in 2010, was it 2010? It was expected that the digital space or the digital industry will grow by 10.4%. Right now, it is expected that it will grow to at least 1.3 trillion US dollars in the next few years. So when you think of the word digital transformation, you might think that it's a word that has been used excessively, or maybe it has lost its meaning. Whatever you might think or whatever I might think, but we cannot run away from the fact that through this digital transformation, there's a future right beyond it. We all know that after every storm, there's always a rainbow. Right now, we are deep in the storm, and some of us, they dive out of the storm, try and get some shelter so that they can get themselves nicely comfortable until the storm is over. Some of us go straight into the storm and dance in it. And right now we are dancing in that storm because we know that after that storm comes a rainbow. And that rainbow is not going to come easily. We have to work for it. We have to work right through the storm. We are now in the energy crisis storm, and we are using that storm. We are dancing in it because we know that it is through this storm that we will be able to build what we want to build for our continental Africa. And right here in this masterclass today, I know you are here because you are those brave queens, the queen warriors who say we are going to get out into the storm and dance in it. And because we know that after this storm, we will see a beautiful rainbow, and we will be able to say it was a good thing that we went right into that storm. We are just from the COVID-19, but when you look at this crisis now, you say, no, COVID-19 was really nothing, because now our businesses are dying. Our people are losing jobs. Everything is happening at a fast pace. We can't keep up. And now for us to keep up, we need the unity. We need to be gathering together and working together so that we can shift the waves of change together and bring this new urgency to meet this digital transformation goals. And we know that we are really being forced. It's a sad situation that the process that comes with this, it really requires strength, and you cannot be comfortable with failure. We don't want to fail, and we don't even want to be comfortable with it, because this process requires agility. It requires your ability to embrace this change. And I am glad that I've been working, or I have come across such queens that are giving themselves willingly to change or to be part of this digital transformation. And it's a beautiful thing when we answer to the call and say we are ready and we want to be part of this transformation. I'm actually very excited. I don't have words, to say. I've worked with the queens before, but never these ones in you. Each and every one of you right here is very crucial to this work that you are doing, and you are very much appreciated. I just want you to know that you are very much appreciated. Even though we are in this mess, everything is a mess right now. This energy crisis is a mess right now. And this digital transformation is also a mess right now because we don't understand it. But together, I know that we are going to really go through, this. So the underlying reason is that we need to kind of find a survival space through this survival issue. We need to survive the pressures of meeting these new demands, this new normal, and we need to conform to this disruptive norm where now each business or each one of us need speed, we need quality, we need to be extremely competitive in terms of our race. We are in a race, and I know that our queens have taken this race quite seriously. And that's why now we even said that last week is probably our last official masterclass, because we want to put these last remaining weeks before our event to good use. Yes, here is one of our queens saying we need to catapult in the storm. Of course, we are catapulting in the storm. And this session today is not meant to be long. It is not really meant to be heavy. I'm not sharing any slides today, but I just want to say we are moving. We have landed Sirindire, and right now we need to get ourselves together and move towards this event that is coming. There are so much or so many expectations from the queens, from everybody, regarding this event. Now, the reason why we are having this masterclass now is I really want to clear up some things so that as we move forward, we know exactly what we need to achieve. Remember, we still need to build our teams. We still need to build our generations. We still need to be part of the top 20. That is still a goal. And if you remember last week when we announced or when we touched on our statistics in terms of how many we are right now, we were sitting at around 100 queens who have upgraded. And between last week, Wednesday, until today, we have only had 16 new upgraded queens. And I would like to say that that is a very slow pace. And it's a slow pace maybe because we still don't understand the process, the journey, and we still are having quite a difficulty explaining it to other people. It's quite simple. We are in this journey because we are building the energy economy. And for any economy, we all know by now, every strong economy needs numbers and resources. You will find a company that wants to come and invest in your company. Let's take an advertising company. They want to come and advertise in your company. The first thing they're going to ask you is the numbers. They'll say, give us your numbers, because they don't want to put their money or their resources in a space where it will be wasted, right? So the reason why we are having all these strategies is we need these numbers. We have funders that we have partnered with that are willing, ready, and able to put their money into our energy fund, Triber. But they can't put their money where we cannot show or they do not see commitment. And commitment is nothing but numbers, right? And the numbers, it's not just numbers, but the financial resources as well. We need to commit financially. So we need to put up that collateral for some of the funders. Well, we have different types of funders, but we want to grab all of them as possible, as many as possible. The more the merrier, right? So now we have projects in place, and that's a beautiful thing that I also want to talk about today, because remember, in our very, very first masterclass, we talked about your top 20 and all your top hundreds and stuff like that. And we also touched on the benefits as well in terms of what they will be able to benefit. And one of the benefits is that they will receive a contract in the project that we are having, which is the solar powered data center. Now, if you do not qualify by the 16th, because 16th is the cut-off date for those who need to qualify for the 31st. So if you do not qualify by the 16th of August, which is 2 weeks from now, what then? That's not the end of the road. We are here to build. Whatever it takes, we are going to do that. Now, there is something that's going to boost you in terms of doing just that. What is it that's going to boost now your effort if you don't qualify? We have now the event, which will be on the 31st. We have been knowing about it, but now it's happening. We have landed on the month of the awards, where there will be recognition and there will be celebration of your hard work, of your time that you have put in here in what we are doing. Now, we have tickets that I just want to share my screen in case some of you have not seen. Let me just share my screen. I want to show you something. Maybe when you see this, it's going to create an inkling. Just a second, Queens. I know I said I'm not sharing any screen today, but I feel I need to show you this so that we can understand exactly where we are and what we need to do. Nothing has changed, but we are enhancing, or we are helping you reach your goals much faster. Where's my screen? All right. So in case you have not seen this, Masterclass tickets. All right. Sorry, Queens. I don't know now. Seems to have lost. I seem to have lost this, and this does not want me to minimize my screen. Just a second, please. Yeah. Ndire, I got it. Okay. We are talking about the awards in the energy space. And I was talking to some of the queens. We were just talking about the energy and just what is energy. Yes, we know energy is electricity, but there's different types of energy and currencies. And we were talking about the fact that queens are broken, right? And we cannot build from our broken core. And one of, okay, I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, before I get there, I just want to show you this. I hope you can see my screen. All right. It's appearing on my screen, and I'm hoping that it's also appearing on your screen as well. Here is the event that we have been looking for. We have been looking for the awards. It's Women in Digital Energy Awards wide. Why digital? Yes, we've also touched on the digital energy. We have traditional energy, which is the one we are currently using now from Eskom, electricity that is generated from coal, where you take something that you can touch physical, like coal, you burn it, and then you have electricity. Now, digital electricity or digital energy is the renewable energy. You can't touch the sun, right? But you are using technology to transform or to harvest energy from the sun so we can have electricity. We can't touch the wind, right? But we are using technology to harvest energy from the wind. It's digital because we are using digital technologies to harvest the sun, to distribute it to our homes, and to make use of it. But now we are going to talk about another type of energy that is going to help us start now building an economy using this energy. Now, here is what we've been waiting for. It is here. Now, I just want to talk about these two types of tickets. Come on. We have two types of tickets. We have the general ticket, which is 500 Rand per person. This ticket only allows you to just go to the event, sit in the event, and listen to the entire proceeding, and then come back home. Nothing less, nothing more. There's no extra. Maybe you will get a goodie bag here and there, but I mean, that's all, that's it. Now we have another one, the 5,000 Rand ticket. Well, when you look at it, it's a lot, right? It's quite a lot. But when you look at the benefits that it brings, it's not a lot at all. The 5,000 Rand tickets guarantees you to a 500,000 Rand worth of an solar energy project. On that day of the event, when this the solar powered data center is launched, on the day you will leave the event with your letter of appointment. How sweet is that? You know, this is where we are giving you value for your money. We understand that money does not come easy. So at least if it comes out of your pocket, you want to see what it has done, right? So now we are giving you worth or value for your money. But now you will still say that, I don't have this 5,000 Rand. I really want to pay this ticket and I really want this project, but I don't have the 5,000 Rand ticket. Money to buy this ticket. So we are making it easy for you now, where we say that the 5,000 Rand ticket, you can buy it as an individual, or you can buy it as an organization, or you can buy it as a group of people who have partnered together. I will just make an example. You can, if you have 2,500, you can go to the next person who has another 2,500. You club together and you get the 5,000 Rand ticket. But now what happens is that when you get the project is only going to be given to one individual. So it's a matter of you two discussing on how you're going to partner and how you're going to work together. Or if you have 1,000 Rand, you can invite 4 other queens who have 1,000 Rands. You partner together so that you can appoint one person. You can sign up a partnership agreement and you appoint one person or one company that can receive the contract, right? Or you might have 500 Rand. If you have 500 Rand, you can club up with 9 more people. You make 10, and that 10, you only appoint one person who is going to go and attend the event, because the ticket can only admit one person. You appoint one person who's going to go and attend the event and bring the letter of appointment back home. And also in terms of the business, you can partner up the 10 of you for one. You can partner the 10 of you just for one company or for one contract, and you can share the profits, thereafter. So this is what is beautiful about the ticketing, especially the 5,000 Rand ticket. Now here is another beautiful thing. I think I must say this here in this group. There was a meetup, I think in Johannesburg, where the queens not only did the presentation for the masterclass and for whatever opportunities we have, but they went deeper in terms of sharing the brokenness of us as women. And from that conversation came a suggestion that because we are broken and we are all not, we are not equal, like we cannot all afford. So what they came up with is using this ticket, the 5,000 Rand ticket, to club, maybe get 500 from 10 people and getting the 5,000 Rand ticket and donating the project to one of the queens. That's a beautiful gesture, saying that we are growing, we are maturing into being the queens that we need to be, where we don't only think about ourselves, but we think about the next one who needs an opportunity more than we do. We all need this opportunity, but we know that there are more queens who need these opportunities more than we do. So if you probably don't need it, let's say you probably might be having businesses and you are running your own businesses, you don't really need this 500,000 worth of a project, but you can buy the ticket so that when you get that project, you can also donate it to someone who needs it more. I think that would be a beautiful gesture, even for any of the queens that are not even here today. Maybe you can just let them know of that opportunity, that even if you're not going to attend or you are going to attend the event, but buy the ticket, and donate to someone or to some queen out there who needs this more, So yeah, we have this beautiful I would say beautiful offering in terms of the tickets. And I'm actually quite very excited, with that. And especially that everything is going to be happening live at the event. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be vibey. I cannot wait for the 31st. So much is going to be happening there. On the 31st, we are launching our energy fund. We are launching the project. We are launching our masterclass, because our masterclass haven't really been launched officially, where now we publicly announce that this is what we are doing. And yeah, it's going to be an event of excitement. It's going to be the beginning of our building this economy moving forward. And it's beautiful because now we will be having the public who are witnessing what women and queens are able to do when they put their minds together, when they start uniting. We want to be that example for other queens around the world, where they can see that when queens start uniting, this is what happens. I just want to check another one. Now I want to talk about this one that I'm going to, we have this as well. I want to talk about this. You probably are wondering, why are we having a man as a master of ceremonies in a Queen's event during a Queen's month? Well, this is a message we want to put across, that it does not mean because this is a women gathering, this is a women initiative, we want to do it outside or in the absence of our men. Remember, we said men are leaders, right? So now, as we build, they need to support us, because when we finish building, they will start leading and we will need to support them. So this is a support that our brother here says, I want to support the good work that you're doing. I want to be there, and I want to give myself, into the event. And it's actually a beautiful thing, because now he has donated his time. He has sponsored his time. He said, I don't want you to pay for my services, but I'm going to do this as a gift into what you women and queens are doing, which is quite a beautiful thing. And now this is the example we want to see happening, so that when we work, our men don't feel threatened and think that we want to take over. This is a team work between us and our kings, so this is sending a clear message that when we say we are women, we want to work and build, we are not going to do that independently of them, because this thing has to balance, right? There's going to be a balance somewhere. We're doing what we need to do, that work of building, because we have never really had that opportunity before. And that is what we want to do. And that is what we are trying to convey to the world, to the public, and to the people. So this man right here is an example of a true king, who says, you are doing a great work. I want to support you, and I'm going to give myself, into whatever it is that you're doing. So we really salute him, and we are very grateful for such a gesture. And so those who know Upat Komafani, you will know that there's life here in this man. When he gets into the room, he lights up the room. When he gets into the studio, because he's a presenter and a broadcaster, as he gets into the studio, you know, he lights up everywhere where he goes. He brings in that energy that we need, you know, to light up. We know that energy, now I'm going to stop sharing. We know that energy is not just the electricity that we are using. As women, you know, as queens, we are emotional beings. We are full of energy. And once you have your energies low, you can feel, you know, that the air is heavy, you know, and it's dark. When a woman gets inside the room lights up. That's why many people say there's no home without a mother, because mothers, they bring that light into darkness. They bring that light into wherever they go. So now, as we are building the energy economy, we will also be building our energies as well as women, because without positive energies, this work will never really go anywhere. And I am quite happy and excited to know that within our queens right here, we have queens that specialize in reviving those energies through their sessions. They doing counseling, they are doing, you know, health and wellness sessions, which we will also tap into as we go. So whatever it is that you do, queens, I would like you to come forward, you know, and we want to put a database of all the services, the products that we have that are offered by our queens, especially those queens who have upgraded. We are creating a network and a database so that we can start using from within. We can start supporting one another, because there's no point in me going and buying a handy Andy or a multi-purpose cream from Spa or ShopRite when we have some of our queens right here who are producing such. You know, we want to create a space where we support one another, not only in these projects that we're talking about, but in also what we are doing in our private spaces. Let's share the services, let's share the products, and let's support one another. So after this masterclass, please, if you can maybe get in touch with the leader in your group, in your WhatsApp group, and just give them the list or whatever that is you are offering as a service or as a product, and we will put all that together in our marketplace. We have a marketplace on Rollit called Rollit City Mall. We are going to put there, and we are going to make sure that we all support one another. Remember, from next month, we are introducing our new partner, which is an advertising agency. And it is the advertising agency that will be bringing the ads, where now people will start earning, you know, from watching the adverts. Now, the money that will be earned from there, our queens or our users of the platform will be able to buy from the marketplace. So imagine people making an income right here. And now we also have a marketplace right here where they can buy. And we are now creating that economy. We need to create this economy everywhere we go, queens. We need to create this ecosystem. We need to build it. We are here not only about energy, but energy is the center of everything that we're doing. It's the center of every business that we are offering to people, and we need to make sure that we have a complete marketplace that will talk to that. So yeah, this is what I want to encourage queens to do, to put their services and products, and they must bring them forward so that we can put them up there. Now, I don't think there is more today. It's more about starting encouraging each other. There's going to be something very new from next week. From next week, I will not be talking much, but I am going to be asking the queens to be doing the talking. So I would like to invite you to start preparing now. The entire week, this coming week, we have asked the queens to submit a list of all the queens that they have invited, those who have upgraded. Build your family tree and bring it forward. We want to create now that hype, because now we need to see where we are also as queens in terms of the scheme of things. So next week, Wednesday, we will be announcing those who have managed to get the first ranks in the top 20, top 500, and top 200. So we have some queens who I think they are qualifying. That will be announced next week. And we are announcing these because we want to encourage all of us. And you can also use the ticketing as some of an incentive that could maybe help you, grow your network. So the queens that you invite to buy the tickets and get the project, they can also form part of your team. And I guess now it becomes a little more easier to start building this team. But yeah, let's do whatever we can to bring in those queens so that they can come and partake from the opportunities. We are all about opportunities. We are all about building. We are all about empowering all the queens that we can possibly come across. So bring them on, invite them on, let's make this simple. Let's make it easy so that they also feel that this is the place where they need to be. We don't have money. Nobody has money, but we sacrifice for what we need the most, right? So now let's try and help one another, help those queens, bring them over, and let's spread the love. Let's spread ourselves, and let's build this economy in whatever way we can. It's going to be very interesting from next month, because remember, we still have the trip to Dubai and India, and I'm hoping that you queens are really working towards qualifying for that, because that's where now we will be meeting our partners, and that is where now we will start learning more about how we are going to build this economy, because these are the partners that are going to be transferring their technology and skills to us so that we can be independent in building our economy and also transferring the skills to our younger generation. Remember, we're not building this for ourselves, but we are building this for the next generation, for our children, because we don't want them to go through what we have gone through, where we are starting the cycle all over again. We need to let the chain break where we stand, because it is time that it breaks and we start the new cycle all over again. One thing I'm going to leave you with as I leave you, queens, is that you need to know that you matter. You need to know that you are powerful, you are beautiful. You need to know that you've got all what it takes to do this. There is nothing more, there is nothing bigger than what you cannot handle. The reason why this vision has landed in our minds, it is because we can do it. Otherwise, we would not be sitting here today talking about these big possibilities and opportunities. We are talking about them because they have landed on our minds. And for a very long time, I've been trying to run away from all these, because I thought, there's no way we can achieve such big things. We are not cut out for that. But the visions kept saying, you will and you can. And now with all of you right here, I know we cannot believe that. So queens, let's go out there and run. Let's continue with our local meetups. I know that there's plenty more meetups that are being opened. There's one in Umtata coming next week. And this is what I would like to, I don't want to say suggest, but this is what I would like to really ask the Queendom here to do next week. Next week on the 9th of August, it's a Women's Day. It's a holiday. So no one is going to work. Now, this is what I was thinking. So instead of having our masterclass at 6 o'clock next week, I would like us to have our masterclass at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in the morning. Well, if you can't make it, you can leave a message in the group, or you can leave a message right here on the chat. I would like us to have our masterclass next week at 2 o'clock. Why? Because I would like our groups to organize local meetups. So you go to a local meetup and you meet right there. And I am also going to try and organize with our queens in Cape Town, where we can maybe meet somewhere, as the Cape Town queens. And then I can present from wherever, from that venue, into everybody else's. I know that the Umtata group is having one next week, Wednesday, but I'm not sure about the time. So if there are Umtata people right here, I am going to ask if they can move whatever time they had, maybe to 2 o'clock, and all the other groups around the country in Gauteng, Cape Town, Eastern Cape, if you can maybe arrange groups for 2 o'clock, and then we will do this presentation, we will talk, we will share, and there will be queens that will also have to share their brief journey, with us until today, and how they've made it and how they are helping others, to really make it to the 31st. So next week, I am going to talk, but I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to engage. We are going to engage as queens wherever you are. So if you're having a local meetup, maybe if you can get one person who's going to represent the group and say something, here we will give you maybe 5 minutes. Each group, we will give them 5 minutes to talk about, their journey so far. And yes, let's do that. And I will stop it right here. Thank you so much, queens. Thank you for making the time to be here and sitting around this table. And I'm always excited to be here. I'm always looking forward to be here. And because I know that you are also looking forward to be part of the team and just get that. You get revived, you are hyped up, you are ready, and you're ready to move. Well, let's move these mountains, because, okay, just before I dash out, it took this group 40 years. The Israelites took 40 years to get to the promised land, walking around the same mountain for 40 years for a journey that could have taken 11 days. They took 40 years. And the person who was there initially, Moses, unfortunately could not be there to see, the promised land. And this is exactly the journey we are in right now. We have our queens before us who fought for this moment today. Unfortunately, they are not here to witness it. And we are here right now. And because we were not there during their struggles, and some of us are falling away right now and saying, no, this is too much for me. I'm buzzing out. We have had so many queens leaving us during this short time. Why? Because they have never felt the pain of those queens before us who fought for us. They have never seen and felt the struggles, So let's take over the baton. As we are celebrating women this entire month, let us remember that we are celebrating because queens fought for us before us, and we cannot let them down. Let's carry the baton and let's run. We are at a time now where we are having the resources right here, you know, and we don't really have any reason why we cannot do that. So Queens, thank you so much. And as I wind up, I want to thank all the Queens who were able to organize local meetups. I want to thank Queen Mamtembukazi for really coming up with this initiative. It has really helped a lot of us. And this is what happens when Queens start really working together in unity like that. I want to thank all the Queens who have organized local meetups. Queen CED, you've done a beautiful work in Cape Town in bringing the Queens together. Queen Chrissy, you've done a good work in Pretoria. Queen Bongs, Queen Tembeni, you've done great work in Gauteng. Gauteng is leading, Queens. Gauteng is leading, and I'm afraid they want to take all these to themselves. But what I like about them is they're generous with their time, they're generous with themselves, and they are helping wherever they can. This is the spirit that we want. These are the energies that we're really looking for. And you know, Queen Pumza, Queen Sibu, you've been helping, you know, Queen CD, you know, with all of this. And, you know, I really do appreciate, if I've left your name out, please forgive me, but I do appreciate you. And I'm very excited that we have adopted this journey, we have adopted this process, and it's no longer an I journey now, it is our journey. And I love that, because now we have started owning everything up, and that's beautiful. Actually, most of you that are here are shareholders, so it's actually timely and rightful to say our. Everything right here now is ours. So when we fight, we're fighting for our thing. And we are going to say the same language until the 31st of August and beyond, until we really build a fully fledged economy. This has never been done before. Nobody, no group of Queens have stood up and says they are building an energy economy in particular. And we are doing right here. That's why our event on the 31st is going to be the first one in the Womenity space, where they are celebrating and recognizing women leaders in the digital energy space. Digital also means futuristic, it means technologies, and that is what we are doing here. We are using the technologies, we are using the futuristic trends to build what's going to last for generations and generations to come. Thank you so much, Queens. I really do appreciate you, and I'm happy that you have managed to be here. I am going to give over to our next Queen, Queen Wongs or Queen Tembeni, to take in the Q&As, and let's give around 10 minutes to the Q&As, and then we will ask Queen Sibu to close this for us. Thank you, and over to you. If you can raise your hand so I can unmute you, I would appreciate that. Oh, great stuff. Okay. I will be unmuting you just now. Done. Over to you, Queen Bongs, Queen Tembeni. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief Queen Tammy. Good evening to all the queens in the house. We will be taking the questions. It's very, very, very exciting. The beginning of August, the Women's Month. We are really looking forward to the 31st, to our event. We are also thankful to our Chief Queen for the generosity of really wanting to share or wanting to give to the queens, the projects. I'm listening to these ticketing packages. It's really accommodating each and every queen. If you can't afford a 5,000, you can group up 2 queens and be awarded that $500,000 energy project, or 5 queens, or even 10 queens. And so This is the opportunity that really needs to be embraced with both hands. We are going to be taking questions. I am going to our chat box right now to check if there are any questions. So far, I'm not seeing anything on the chat box. There are no hands. Please, Queens, raise your hands if you have a question so that we can be able to unmute you. Please raise your hands if you have any question. Yeah? Hey, you can't be this good. Chief Quintami, are you that good that everything is clear, crystal clear? There are no questions. Especially because now we're looking forward to the event. Maybe one of the questions, Chief Quintami, I was talking to one of the queens earlier and she asked about the travel arrangements for the shareholders. Is there anything happening in that space? The shareholders that are coming from different provinces in terms of the transport, travel arrangement.
Travel arrangements. There will be travel arrangements for flights and accommodation only for the queens who have reached the top 20, top 100, top 300, only for those. But if you were just a shareholder who wants to go to the event, you will have to take care of your traveling costs.
Thank you, Chief Quintami. I hope Queen Lerato from Free State is here, and here is your answer. Queen Lera, here is your answer about the travel arrangements. Okay. Chief Quintami, there are no questions.
That's a good thing. I think it means that we all understand.
Oh, okay. There is one, my queen. Sorry. Thank you so much, Quinty, for the opportunity that comes with the VIP ticket. My question is about Triber. There is queens still struggling to log on or to see their data. Has the glitch been sorted on Triber? Okay. This is a question from Queen Pakama Mamane.
Okay.
From the chat box.
Thank you, Queen Pakama. Thank you for that question. Thank you that you raised it as well. Yes, I remember we had a glitch in the system. We were migrating from one server to the other. And in that process, we lost data of 2 weeks from the 1st of July until the 18th of July. So whoever registered between those 2 weeks, that piece of data kind of got lost. So we were trying to get the developers to get it back. They haven't managed to do so. So I want to sincerely apologize for that inconvenience that for whoever that has been affected by it. What I would like to suggest is that please, queens, forgive me for this one, but can you please register again if you don't see your name, or if you cannot log in, or it says you are not in the system? Can you please log in again? And again, I want to apologize for that, but it's not going to happen again because now we have permanently moved to these new servers. So yeah, the glitch has been sorted, but now we just can't get back that data from the 1st of July to the 18th of July.
Thank you so much, Chief Quintami. We have our Queen Tembeni's hand up. Could you please unmute her?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Queen Thames, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Queens. Thank you for unmuting me. I'm going through the chat box. I have a queen here who's asking about anyone who is from Pietermaritzburg. They want to set up a meetup there. How can we assist? Hello.
Okay. Yes, Queen. We do
Oh.
have a group that's led by Queen Mabongi. So on the main group, she sent an apology for today because of the family commitment. I think maybe that Queen can contact our Queen leader Mabongi from Durban.
Queen Nolutando, she was the one asking, so I don't know if
she's still here.
I'm not sure if she's still here.
Yeah, but yeah, I think she can contact Queen Mabongi. Queen Mabongi is the Queen leader in KZN, because Maritzburg and KZN, it's well, a distance but close. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that was it.
Thank you, Queen Thames. And we also have our Queen in Cape Town is extending an invitation to the Queens. They will be having a meet up at what is the name of the hotel? Let me quickly check. At Fountain Hotel this coming Saturday. That's Queen Tsidi. Queen Tsidi, do you wanna raise your hand so that you can tell us about your meetup? Maybe there will be queens that are interested to attend. Let's check Queen Tsidi. Please raise your hand, Queen Tsidi. There we go. Could you please unmute Queen Tsidi so that she can tell us about the meetup at the Fountain Hotel this coming Saturday? Queen Thames, could you please unmute Queen Tsidi? Her hand is up.
I have unmuted her.
Queen Tsidi, the floor is yours.
You are unmuted. Oh, haven't I?
No, you haven't.
I have now. All right.
Yes,
can you hear
now,
me?
Yes, now, yes. Yes, Queen Tsidi, the floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, my beautiful queens. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Would love to invite queens in the Western Cape, and the reason that we need to meet there in the Fountain Hotel is for the presentation. For those who still have some questions, who need to know more information about Masterclass. And then number 2, we're going to help other queens how to register, because some of them, they're struggling. And then number 3, we're going to also to assist them how to upgrade, because time is up. And also, Queen Tammy, can you please avail yourself? We just want to be with you that day.
We'll talk. What time is it?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
This coming Saturday.
Yes.
All right. I'll be there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Queens here. Our chief queen is always with the Cape Town groups. Chief queen,
get me to Johannesburg.
They said,
I'm coming to Johannesburg. I'll be coming to Johannesburg in the next week.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Chief Quintami. Queen Mamtembu, could you please raise your hand?
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought you were done. I'm so sorry, my queen.
Oh, okay. Yes. And then the other thing, we didn't book a hall or any boardroom there by Fountain Hotel, but I just spoke to one of the management, and then they advised that they can avail the restaurant right there in the hotel. And then the only thing that we have to do is just to maybe to buy some coffee or drinks, and then, just to, and then we feel free, and then, that's it. So anyone who will be coming, please just make sure your wallet at least is not empty, please. But remember, we are billionaires. It's just for time being. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen City. Thank you so much. I wish I was in Cape Town, hey? Yeah. Queen Mamtembu, please raise your hand so that you can also tell us about your meetup in Mthatha. Queen Mamtembu, yes. Could you please unmute Queen Mamtembu?
Where is Queen Mamtembu?
Her hand is up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I have.
Thank you, Chef Queen. Queen Mamtembu, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good evening, Queens. Good evening. Can I hear hi? Thank you, Queens. Queens, it's a concern from me. We still have work to do. I have to travel to Mthatha, and I'm in East London. It's about 3 hours drive. It means there's still a lot of work that we need to do as queens, because all the queens that are there, they are not part of the classes, and also queens that are mostly in the other areas, like if you take your Cape Town or Johannesburg, the queens, they've got families there. So I'm appealing to each and every one queen so that we can send people that we can assist Mthatha, because Mthatha is a big place, the OR Tambo, the OR Tambo district. So we really still have work to do. And I just want to give the assurance when it comes to the queens that if you send someone, we'll write down your own name so that we don't come across with the people that are taking queens from that were sent by other queens. That's unethical. So, and also queens, I just want to appeal to all of us. If maybe we're in a big group, we mustn't send our links, because some of the queens, they've just joined, they don't know what is happening. They will take that link and join, not knowing that this link, maybe the queen is sending it for her people only, for the queens that has invited. So, for example, the last time when we had the meetup in East London, in our register with the queens that were there, it was written that who invited you. So we don't want to create conflict amongst us. We must all the time be sure that we are ethical. I'm going to Mthatha, and I know there are queens that were invited by other queens in the other towns. It doesn't mean that me going there, I'm going to steal the queens, and maybe register under my name. No, queens. So I just wanted to put that clear so that you can understand that whatever I'll be doing in Mthatha, I'm doing it for the project itself, so that we can know that, because if we are gaining queens there, it's gonna add on the number that we are having. So even if whoever goes anywhere, if a queen has been invited by someone else, please let's make a follow-up when it comes to that. And we must not be opportunistic. so that we still, that is called stealing, queens. We don't have to hide it. So I'm appealing to all the queens that you must work smart and you must also be ethical at all times. So I wanted to give that assurance that me going to Mthatha, so queens must not, I'm going there to represent each and every one of you that you've invited, queens in Mthatha. Thank you, queens.
Thank you, Queen Mamthembu. A very, very critically important point that, yes, we need to be honest and also work with integrity. Well, if you are assisting, you assist with integrity. You go there, you share the information about the project, but it's also very, very important to know that the queens that are in your meetup, they are also sent by other queens. Thank you so much, Queen Mamthembu. There is a question, Chief Queen Tammy, on the chat box. It's from Queen Tulishiba. Queen Tulishiba. If I registered again on Triber, will I not lose my existing downliners?
Thank you so much for the question. If you register again, no, you can register, and if you know who your downliners are, then we can be able to sort you out, you know. Just send us the list of your downliners and we will help you out. You should not be able to lose your downliners. No.
Thank you, Chief Queen Tammy. And also there's another one from Queen Tabi on the chat box. Queen Tabi Zikalala. Evening, Queens. Thank you for the informative session. How has the migration to the new server impacted Triber? I think that was answered, but again, maybe we can answer again.
How it has impacted. You know, when you are migrating information, you're migrating from one server to the other. It happens in phases. It depends like how much information or how much data that needs to be moved from one server to the other. So it is during those phases that we kind of lost these 2 weeks. So yeah, that's why I was saying that I called the developers to try and like get it back. They are still trying to work on that, but now I don't want that process to delay, you know, the queens. That's why I'm saying those who can, if they can register and not really wait for this to be sorted out.
Thank you, Chief Queen Tammy. Chief Queen, if Free State is also calling you, saying that their meetup is loading, they would love to have you there. Free State.
I'm coming.
The Free State. Okay, let's see if there are any other hands. Okay, Queen Tabi Zikalala, her hand is up. My queen, could you please unmute her?
Okay, I've done that.
Hi, Queens. Good evening. Oh, no, I was trying to clarify my question in terms of the impact for those who have upgraded. If you had upgraded on Triber, then what happens? That's what do you have to re-upgrade again? That's what I was trying to understand.
Okay, the upgrading is done on Bioscope, right? And Triber, you don't really upgrade on Triber. If you were there in our previous masterclass, I think this question came up where now there were people who wanted to invest. And I said that if anyone wants to invest on Triber, they must just hang 10 for now. For now, we are just putting those who have received the vouchers. So now it shouldn't really impact you that much. So if you want to upgrade, you only upgrade on Bioscope and you get your voucher, your investment voucher that you go and redeem from Triber. So your investment is not going to be impacted by the migration or by re-registering, you know. Yeah, it's not going to be impacted by that. I don't know if I've actually heard you clearly and if I've answered your question.
Thank you for that answer, Chief Queen Tammy. Yes, no, there are no more questions on the chat box. There are no more hands. Queen Tams, maybe you've been scrolling. Maybe I've missed something on the chat box. No. Chief Queen Tammy, thank you so much for all the knowledge that you impart and the wisdom that you share with us. And I will be giving our Queen Masibulele, for the wrapping. Queen Sibu, please raise your hand. There we go. Could you please unmute Queen Sibu?
I have.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
evening, Queens. Once again, it's a beautiful Wednesday evening, and we are here, and we've just revived our energy and revived our spirit by saying, here we are towards the end. It feels so great to know that we have walked this path since May when we started. And just knowing that when we started, we're many. And now towards the end, we are no longer that big group, but we are still bringing in more women. For me, that is exciting to know that we've come a long way. We've come so far. And in our way, in our journey, as we were coming, we've learned so much. I've gained so much rich knowledge that we can share with other queens, that we can share with queens all over the world. This information that we've received in this masterclass is actually a life-changing information, because before this, I feel like we were blind and now our eyes are open. Without wasting further time, I was reminded of the Proverbs 31 woman, if you know the Bible. But if you don't know the Bible, I'm going to give another example. The Proverbs 31 woman, she works very hard. She's doing everything, and the husband is sitting there reading the newspaper, and she's trying all the options that are there to make sure that she does and she delivers. And she's working very hard, but very smart as well, which is what we've been doing. I feel that we've come to a point whereby we can say, when we invite the other queens, we are inviting them to something that is stable. We are inviting them to something that is solid. We are inviting them to come and dine with us, not having known where we've come from and how far it has taken us to get to where we are. But I feel that we've come a long way. And for that, queens, I would really like to congratulate each and everyone for staying on board and not giving up and not snapping when things weren't going the way you would like them to go. And the room that we've had for growing together as a team, I've been monitoring the situation, and I was like, wow, every day we keep on adding new queens. I'm even monitoring the people joining the Zoom meetings and the names that are familiar each and every time we join. That is so inspiring to see that we are really bringing in the women. Maybe some of them can't join for various reasons, but I know that each and every one of us has built a team that we are taking with us on this journey, on this 20-year journey, on this lifetime journey. And before I continue to waste more time, for those I said, I'll give another example of the kind of women that we are. I would like but the most we are nurturers, we are carers, we are people of the womb of God, people who are carriers. They deliver
we are seeds, we grow, and in our growth, we also give fruit. So the fruit that we are bearing and that we are giving will make our country very rich. That being said, thank you so much, Queens. Stay blessed. Have a blessed evening. You can all unmute and say your goodbyes, unless Queen Tammy, there's something else you would like to add. Thank you, Queens.
No, there isn't anything really. Thank you so much for closing so powerfully. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any further time. I'm going to give the floor to the Queens. Let me just try and see if I can unmute everybody so that we can all say our highs and goodbyes. And let me just do that.
Let us roll it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All the best,
you.
Queens.
Good night.
Sirendire, Queens.
Tirendire.
Sirendire.